fight from your group in the second half to get it down to 4.
I was impressed, and you better. I think we were down as much as 17. Came all the way back. I think we had the ball. I think we turned it over, which would be par for the course. Yeah, I thought activity was good. We were as good defensively as we, had been to that point against a really impressive offensive unit from Clemson. Got some shots down, but David, we're getting to the stretch of all these games. Wake Forest, Georgia Tech last week. We've had a number of them when you got to bear down. It's winning time, and you got to continue to play good basketball. They've got the right intentions, but not getting a timely shot down. A defensive mistake from one person seems to bite us in the rear end, and I think that's certainly a sign of younger people.
Ben Burnham seemed to give you guys a lift in a lot of different ways.
Hadn't played very well over the last two. Didn't give us a lot against Wake Forest. You know what you're going to get. He's going to play really hard. Didn't give us a lot Wednesday in Atlanta, but bounces back today and competed his tail off. I thought he and Toby both did a very good job. Elijah took Shefflin some, who's he's certainly an all-league player. First team all-league, I don't know, but he's a terrific player and has been in this league for a long time. I thought Ben had a really good day for us, so really did.
Mike, Clemson held you guys to only 4 points in the paint and 31% from the field in the first half. What were they able to do in that opening half, especially inside the arc, that kind of frustrates some things?
Tim, they've got a team. He's got a team. The positional size is quite impressive. Conversely, they had 22 points in the paint and shot a blistering percentage. So you can keep a man on a man. So if Dylan Hunter or Wiggins, who's 6'10", or Jaden Zachary, he's going to stay in front of that matchup in the post. And they've got bigger people on the ball, so their ball pressure is quite aggressive too. So that's hard. I thought we did a much better job in the second half of putting that thing in there. We tried to run an action to put it in the post to Elijah. I think that was the play that we had on down 6 with the ball, and we kicked the darn thing.
And then, you guys have used Rodney Brown at times. I know when Ben was hurt, he played some at the point. It seemed like he kind of took on a little bit of that initiator role today. What have you seen from him in that role?
Solid. I've got a lot on his plate in the backcourt at the 2 and 3 spot at different times, and that's a great deal to give a player. I'm not sure I've ever had a player that I expected to have a grasp of the point, the 2 and the 3. He's a smart person, handles that part of it quite well, but it can be a little bit slower getting to it because of his he's not as familiar with it as he needs to be, and that's not his fault. That's my fault.
Mike, 3 straight losses, 2 by single-digit losses. What's that thing that you need to see the team do a little bit better to get on the winning track again?
When you get to winning time, and we'll have a bunch more down the stretch here, Mark, when you get to winning time, I've got to have them in the right places. I've got to have the right people on the floor that give us the best opportunity to win. And, we need some big plays on both ends. Solid defensively, shot contestment, rebounding the miss and not allowing a second shot, which typically finds the bottom of the basket. And, we need some guys to rise up and make a shot. We need to take care of the basketball. All the little things that go into winning, which we've, accustomed to doing around here.
second half. What was working for you in the first 10 minutes when you got it down to 4 points that you just couldn't maybe sustain for the final 10 minutes?
Yeah, we had some shots go down. I thought our distribution, Brandon Rechsteiner had a beautiful extra pass. He had a good shot and gave that up for a great shot to Ben Burnham down in front of us for a made three. We got the interior. Toby had a couple of spectacular athletic basketball plays that helped us a lot. We were able to get him loosened up and playing one-on-one. I thought he did a really nice job with some of those. So I just thought, just a team that was playing better and confidently and aggressively.
You guys get that lead in the tail end of the second half.
Say that again, Dylan.
You guys got a lead in the tail end of the second half, and
Wrong, Dylan. I wish we did.
with 6 minutes.
Down six. We were down six with the ball. Your point is well taken. Keep going.
I'm sorry. I
That's
thought you guys
okay.
got a
It's
lead
all
at the
right.
tail end of the first half. I'm sorry, and then they go on a 12-0 run. What kind of changed in the game when you guys got that lead?
That's what good teams do. And good teams playing against them hold the line and continue to battle. Our team continued to battle, but they do have the ability to hit you with a 6-0, 8-0. I had to call timeout in there at the under 8 media, I think, Dylan. But that's what good teams do, and they've got a really good team.
And you guys missed your first 5 shots. How important is it to get a better start than that, and how do you do it?
Well, our starts have been pretty good, but yes, to your point, we package 5 or 6 things that we're going to run to start the game for that very reason, and typically try to give everybody something in that package that is geared toward them. An action for Jaden Shute, an action for Elijah Poteet, an action for Ben Hammond to get off something and make the proper read. We may want to go back to the drawing board and repackage.
Toby obviously had some struggles at the line, 2 for 8
Did.
from the charity stripe. I mean, I know he's a 74% free
Yeah,
throw
he's
shooter,
been
so what's
great.
kind of the message to him?
He's been great.
To reset a little bit after this game.
He'll be fine. I got great confidence in him. Fellas, if you'd have told me back in September when we kicked it off that I'd be running a play for him to shoot the ball from 3, I'd give you an example that involves some ugly words. So I never thought I'd do that. And when I put something in that we've run for a long time, haven't run it since Keve was here, that Aluma was. And Toby has shot the ball very well. I think he's shooting 45% from 3 in the first half. 45% from 3 in league play. Run special plays for special players. He's better with his feet in the ground. He's coming out of an action to get to that. We ran it twice. I may run it 3 times, 2 for him, and he drove the second one and got all the way to the rim. But that's just the confidence I have in that kid. You're not doing that if he's a 16% three-point shooter. But you prove that you can step back there and make it. We'll dial a couple of things up for you. He missed it today. We're going to continue to go to it. He's proven to us that he can make that shot.
Do you see some similarities from Keve and Toby and how they've developed their outside game slowly but steadily?
No, none at all. Toby's a heck of a player now. I take nothing away from Toby. I just think they're just different. Aluma was such a smooth operator in the post, and he could step out. And that happened over time, too. He came with me. He sat out, which, will that ever happen again? And his development through that sit-out year was just nothing short of remarkable. Now, Toby came to us this year as a third-year guy, and he has worked every bit as hard as Keve and does some things better than Keve. But I think if you ask me to compare the two, I don't think there's much of a comparison. Toby does some things better than Keve. Keve does some things better than Toby.
Last question, Mark.
Mike, after they shot lights out in the first half, what did you guys come out in the second half better defensively?
Oh, we
to
just
get back in it?
did a better job of keeping a body on a body. Our ball screen hedges were better. We were able to keep it inside our outside shoulder. Just a lot of things better, Mark. Quickness to the ball, shot contestment was better. I thought we rebounded pretty well. We had a miss, I don't know, it was 9 or 10. I think they got the offensive rebound. I think that was followed with a foul, or maybe it was a made three. You know, that's the game. That's the game. You don't corral that rebound, that ball right there. You corral that ball, get something on the other end. You know, you're right back in the fight. I'll be interested to see that on film. It's good to see everyone. I wish you well.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Tim, Dave.